Mistakes are all a part of life. And so I think we learn a little more from them when we share them. So I'll be sharing my mistakes with you today. My mistakes on Teachers Pay Teachers. Hi, my name is Luanda Shields with Too Cute Classroom, and this is my space for fellow teachers, homeschool moms, or even homeschool dads. And today we're talking about my mistakes that I made on Teachers Pay Teachers. So let's get right into the video. F asks, I think my greatest mistake with Teachers Pay Teachers was not starting sooner, not starting when I first heard about it, not starting when I wanted to. I was very excited when I first learned about Teachers Pay Teachers, that it was a space where teachers could sell the products that they made for their own classrooms to other teachers or to even parents. And I was so excited. I said, wow, here's a place where I can sell all of this stuff that I make. But I did not want to pay the fee, which was for members. I did not understand the site. I did not know what was going on. And so I hesitated. I did not start when I first heard about it. I think I became a member of Teachers Pay Teachers. You know, it's all like a free member or something where you go in and you buy products. That's what I did. And I did that for years instead of going right ahead when I first heard about it, when I first got excited about the place and becoming a teacher author or a teacher seller. I can remember when I first heard about Teachers Pay Teachers, the first person, one of the first people I remember reading about and seeing, even seeing on YouTube, was Deanna Jump. And her story was so exciting. It was so exciting to me that a teacher could make $1 million from selling her products and products that she had made anyway in her classroom. And then there was Amy Lemon. And then there was Casey Morrison, all these wonderful teacher authors that I wanted to be like. I wanted to sell my things like they were selling their things to make money. I mean, I was making them anyway for my class. I had them. I was using them. I thought they would be a good resource for other teachers. And my biggest selling item in my store came as a result of having a need, having something that I needed and no one else had it. And so I began to make these. And I had these items, and I'm not going to say what they are for right now, but you're welcome to jog over to my store and figure out what they are. But I needed them, and no one had them that I knew of that I could access. And so I began making them, and they became my greatest seller. What I hate was I had all these things, and I had them for years, and I was constantly making products, but I wasn't selling products. Wasn't making any money off of these things. And I could have been. And I look back on it and I say, I slept on money. I regret from my Teachers Pay Teachers experience was not having a focus, not having a purpose, not being purpose driven or having a plan. I hate not having a plan. As Nikisha Wynn says, and I love Nikisha Wynn, I listen to all your stuff, is you have to have a focus. You have to be purpose driven. You have to be focus driven. You have to know what your end goal is. And so, like her, in a lot of ways, she said when she first started blogging, she was just out there. She wanted to talk to single moms. She was just writing. And it was more like a diary for her. And so, in essence, for me, Teachers Pay Teachers wasn't like a diary, it wasn't like a side project, but it was not something I gave as much attention to, purposeful attention, as I should have. I wanted to make money off of the products that I was making. I wanted to sell my products, but I had no idea. I had no idea that you need to have a strategy, a marketing strategy. I had no idea that you needed to have a plan, a goal, a really deep purpose. Of course, my purpose to me was helping other teachers to save time, to save stress, to save their weekends, instead of having to make all these things. But I did not realize the business side of things. I did not realize that I should have been thinking long term. I knew that I wanted to make money. I knew how much I wanted to make every month, but I didn't know what I was going to need to do each month in order to make that amount of money. I was just, as she said, I was just out there doing me instead of doing what my fellow teachers needed or doing what I needed to in order to make sure that Teachers Pay Teachers wasn't just a side hustle, it's just something I was doing to make it into a job or sustainable income for myself and for my family. Was not learning SEO optimization. And I know they say that a lot, and I get sick of hearing it myself, but I did not know to learn SEO optimization. I did not realize all the money, all of the things I was sleeping on because I had not taken the time to learn search engine optimization, how to word my products, how to advertise my products, how to make my products appealing to the search engine. I regret not having done that. Along with that, or bonus to that, is not jumping on social media like I should have from the beginning. And I can remember looking in the academy from Teachers Pay Teachers, and one of the things they told you to do was to make sure that you had a blog, to make sure that you were putting your products out there so people could find them. Well, yes, I had a blog, but it was more like a personal blog. And it was on a free platform where I got on and I talked about the things that I wanted to talk about. A lot of it was teaching related, but it was not business focused. It was not business driven. It was not for the promotion. It was promoting, but it wasn't quite promoting my Teachers Pay Teachers store like it should have been. So I regret not jumping on the social media side of things. Well, now I realize that in order for your products to sell, in order for you to get some business, then you have to fully engage social media. That you have, whether you want to or not, you have to get yourself out there. You have to let people know who you are. You have to put a face to the products and to the brand. And I don't think I did that. So now as I began the journey of rebuilding a blog again, of getting on social media like I'm supposed to, of having that Facebook page, of having Instagram, or having connected with other people through LinkedIn and all these other places, and Twitter, I realized that I should have done this earlier. That way it wouldn't be such a struggle now building up all of these things that would have already been there and in place for me if I had done them earlier. Another one of my biggest regrets is not having jumped on the Pinterest bandwagon like I should have when I first started with Teachers Pay Teachers. I heard about Pinterest. I explored Pinterest, and Pinterest, just like my blog, was a personal account where I saved recipes and DIY projects and all these other things. I did not realize that it was a place for me to promote my products, that it was a place for me to promote my blog. It was a place where I could drive traffic on top of traffic to my web site, well, to my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I did not realize it was also a search engine and a way for me to drive traffic to my Teachers Pay Teachers store like I needed to. I regret it when I look back at it now, and again, all the money I slept on, all the things that I should have been doing, I regret not having done them. And even at this moment, at the time I'm filming this video, I am just now beginning to realize the importance of being on all these social media places, of getting my products out there on Pinterest like I need to, creating those pins, promoting those pins, talking to people about my store, talking to people about who I am. And even though I wrote a book about Teachers Pay Teachers, how to make money on it, I did not fully embrace Pinterest, and I didn't fully embrace social media like I should have. So these are some of my regrets, some big mistakes I made with Teachers Pay Teachers. Again, I regret not adding links inside of my products, links from one product to the other product that I sold, not letting my buyers know that, hey, you like this product? There's another product just like it, or it comes in a bundle, it comes in a pack, or there's some more, and adding those where they could conveniently just click on a link and go straight to those. That was another way that I was sleeping on money. And like I said, I have not had the time yet to go back and really update my store. I will be doing that this summer. But this is one of the worst things, one of the worst and biggest mistakes that I made with Teachers Pay Teachers was not adding those links, not directing my traffic to other products so that I can double sales instead of just making that first sale. Last but not least, one of my biggest mistakes with Teachers Pay Teachers was having a lack of consistency, not being consistent in posting and making products. And I was really good for the first couple of years, but as time wore on, you get busy and you change jobs and you take on more and more responsibility. I became less consistent with producing and publishing products. I have some now that I'm in the middle of making. They've been sitting there, they're almost finished, and I haven't put the finishing touches on and have published them. Are you also a Teachers Pay Teachers author? If you are, then what mistakes have you made, and what do you plan to do to make some corrections? So this was me sharing what my mistakes were over the past couple years, as I have been a seller on Teachers Pay Teachers, and these are some things that I'll be working on to make corrections. It's sort of like opening yourself up to and making yourself vulnerable, letting people know that you're human and you do make mistakes. And I know I've made several, and these were some of mine. These are my biggest mistakes, my biggest regrets with Teachers Pay Teachers, and I plan to be correcting them in the immediate future. So I will see you guys again in the next video, but be sure to give my video a like, a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to follow me on all my other social media channels. And I will see you guys in the next